Please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Ow! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
And we have
I
no
lost
items.
my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
A taken. Well,
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
clever on your part, Alan.
Great! Guess you're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the...
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
But, what was I going to say? Oh, crap. We're going to be outrunning a lot of crap here. You can actually kind of, you know, with the levels, you can see that they had a very open design in mind when they were making the game. I mean, a lot of the areas are incredibly open for a mostly linear game. I mean, let's be honest, it's mostly forest. Lots of delicious forest. Crap. Crap. Huh. Ow. Gotta get to the farm. Gotta get to the farm. And I just knocked my mouse off the recliner. Whoa. Poor mouse. My poor computer parts have just taken a beating. I drop my keyboard like every 5 seconds. Probably because I place it on precarious places and it just kind of goes.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Ask for a light and ye shall receive. manuscript page. Whee! Jump. It's very convenient that they decided to possess the gate that was right next to a light fixture. And, you know, not possess the light fixture or the generator.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
To be fair, you can't really shoot a possessed wheelbarrow. I mean, you can, but it's... I mean, they might possess the bullets and then fling them right back at your face, and then where would we be, you know? Run on. Hop your way to freedom. Cheater. Ow. Ow. My foot. Hardy har har. I laugh at you all. Laugh.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking. The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Possessed fence! No! Okay.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
How about you just tell me flat out where I, you know, how to...
glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Is he also the one illuminating the bear traps? Just thought, you know. That, or in addition to being able to control a lot of things with your writing, you also gain the superpower to see bear traps in the dark. Granted, a very valuable skill to have in many a horror tale, but yeah. Got ourselves a gun here.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Indeed. Ow. Their pinpoint accuracy throwing. Where do they keep getting this? Oh crap. Abundant supply of tools to chuck at my face. Does the darkness, like, recruit them and say, here you go, an infinite supply of tools to throw at Alan Wake? And I still don't get it. Don't they want him to finish writing the, you know, the ending they want, the story they want? Why would you kill him? He seems to be the one that can do it, or the one you're intently focused on getting.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry?
No! Danny, you're not... Ah! Please! Ah! What are you... Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
If I was Isaac Clarke, I'd be stomping on your remains. I just want you to know that.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
We have investigated the cabin. Ow, what the? What did I get slapped by? Or slapped with? Oh. You must be Danny. Phantom.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Probably. Seems about right. Yoink. Whee! Sort of. Whee! There we go.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
And now, well, there's a manuscript page up here if you absolutely need it. Then again, I'm not getting them all. I'm just grabbing a few here and there, you know. Probably should reload.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
We're gonna go to the radio tower real quick. Just because. Little exploration never hurt anyone. Never hurt, well, I guess technically in this case could hurt Alan, but you know. I like exploring. If I'm playing something at a leisurely pace, I like to kind of explore and just, you know, enjoy the scenery, the sights and sounds, and etc., etc., etc. Yes, we're going to swap to the hunting rifle. I like the hunting rifle better. 5 shots as opposed to, or 4 shots rather. No, 5.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff as It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Okay. A little short, but Steps, there we go. And we gone. Bye-bye. Driving, even though I'm terrible at driving in games, driving in here is not, oh, what's a word? That great to start with. Is that a face in the smoke? Huh, I never noticed that. Could've sworn that was a face. Just for a split second. You can outrun most things. Pretty simple to do. There's some manuscript pages and stuff up there, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, see little supplies too, you can tell from little luminescent arrows. But then we're gonna have to fight on stage for a second or two. No, Jebediah. Looks like a Jebediah. I'm here, Barry.
Some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
This song's called Children of the Elder Gods, and it's old gods of Asgard singing it, but it's actually Poets of the Fall. I really recommend their stuff. Twilight Theater and Carnival Arrest are some of my favorite. I'm holding B. There we go. Barry. How'd you all get up here? How about you pick up a gun and help, or the other flashlight? Might be wise to swap.
Please don't let me down. Oh, if I find it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out.
Oh crap.
They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really?
Children of the God!
I think this goes on for the entire song. I think I just shot a scarecrow. Ow. What'd you do? Hurt my foot? Ow. Why that exploded? Who knows?
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Indeed. I do believe we go around here. Yes, the darkness was stopped by rock and roll.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
It has? You selfish bastard!
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Get that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our dreams in that soft embrace, somewhere between fantasy
Remember when I got
and
you that gig?
oblivion.
Your first real
But
writing
dreams have
job.
a way
What
of
got you
forcing
started?
themselves into waking
Was this one of
life,
your episodes?
or vice versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Well, that's the end of that. Do. We gotta cause that Viking ship to...
Almost like
Yeah.
a battering ram.
Forward! Forward unto dawn. Haha. Screw you all.
I think we can make it through here, Al.
Coming, Barry. Eh. That's convenient that the car that's currently an obstacle got possessed. Did I mention screw you all, freedom?
Wow, those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we
The
make it
door
through
was
this alive,
barred from the
I'm
other
gonna start
side.
representing
I'd have to find another
stuff
way.
online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, closer look at this stuff.
Don't we have a show about moonshiners now?
Ow.
Let's see, I think we need to go to the very top. Of course, why wouldn't we go to the very top? So were you just waiting behind, like, hay the entire time? At least the darkness is
Keep your
patient.
eyes open, okay?
Can never say it's not patient. Shouldn't we have given him a gun? I mean, what if the darkness just killed and possessed, you know, Barry?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Alright, we got that little extra bit about Deerfest and everything going on. We need to start this up. And then go on down.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Find it odd that we have to kick that open. Oh, and this is the next boss fight, in case you're wondering. That.
Got to be kidding me.
Not good. Take that.
There are 65 billion cows in this world.
What about 65 billion cows? Doesn't matter now. I'm coming, Barry. Wait, what? We have a shotgun. Why didn't we shoot the door down?
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Oh wait, no, this is
I had
metal.
to find a key to get Barry out.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on. I'll try to
Why
find
can't
a
we
key
shoot
to
the
get
lock?
door open.
I think a shotgun would work well against a lock. And that's pretty much it. We're just going to be going to the farm now.
This is old Dusty. You know I got my... Hey, let's go, man.
Already on my way.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Pretty heavy.
Why can't we shoot it?
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're all
Indeed.
there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Valhalla. I would name my farm like that too. Come on, Barry. Let's double team
Come on, one more gate. Let's
on a
do this
poor
thing.
fence.
Lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
You sure? Kind of a nice house.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby age.
Kind of empty. Ooh, manuscript page. And most of the doors are locked. Diablo
Hear that,
light.
Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talking about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
The song does have more lyrics than that. It's actually a really good song.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
I'm sorry about that. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice,
Alice!
and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here she's not here. Foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
So that's the end of episode 4. Kind of a lengthy one, longer than I thought it'd be. But yeah, see you all on episode, 5. Have a great day and take care.